Guys, are you hyped about Mario Kart World? Yeah, so am I! I've been a huge fan of this series ever since I could physically breathe. So today, we're gonna build 3 karts from across the series in LEGO. So let's not waste any more time and let us jump straight into the action in 3, 2, 1. So let's take a look what game our first kart will be from. Super Mario Kart! Oh my god, crazy. And there's actually just one kart in this game, which is like this standard kart pipe frame thing. And the first thing I'm already realizing is that this kart consists of many round shapes. And like we know, LEGO is everything except round. Okay, now the question remains which round LEGO pieces we can use. Well, I think those round wedge macaroni things are a great start, honestly, because you know, they're perfect for the front. And I'm also not sure whether we're going to use these bigger tires or these smaller ones. And I just realized that I'm probably going to use this piece right there for the exhaust pipe, right? And maybe we're going to secure that whole exhaust thing with those pieces or something. So as you can see, my head is a little messy sometimes, which means that I kept switching the kart part I wanted to build instead of committing to one at a time. Okay, so I just had an epiphany. I just remembered we could use the sausage piece to our advantage. Maybe I'm onto something, it doesn't look that bad anymore. But then this kart has this goddamn side thing here, and this was a nightmare to stitch together, as I felt like this hole was an important characteristic. So I came up with a lot, and I mean a lot of different ways to make this work, but none of those really turned out that great. So I moved on to building this steering wheel for now. Okay guys, I think I just had an epiphany. What if we used those pieces and, you know, kind of like put the steering wheel in those? And so I fixated a steering wheel pole with the help of a snout tile combined with a clip, and even finally built a foundation for the rest of the kart. Okay, we've got 1 hour and I'm slowly starting to go insane, I think. Oh god. And since this is our first kart, I was gonna build it with either the official LEGO Mario or this random knockoff Mario minifigure. But then I realized that the scale of our kart perfectly fit LEGO Yoshi! Ah yes, the red LEGO Yoshi, my favorite character from Super Mario Kart. And as you may have noticed, I changed the side construction again, until finally. Oh my gosh, I think I found the way. Oh my god, this was so horrible. But I finally found a construction that works, and now this is looking very clean. Yeah. A moment of applause for this brave builder. But let's not celebrate too soon, as there's still an entire back of the kart that still needs to be built. The muse will strike me any second, don't you worry. No, but for real, I finally then came up with a proper back wheel layout that also let me attach additional bricks on top. And then I put my model to the test by comparing it to the source material. Like, if we take a look at this, it's actually alright, it's not that bad. What? Switch, what are you doing? What is that? I think this is not how it's supposed to go. So after my Switch exploded and turned my village to ashes, I came up with a neat design for the back of the kart and upgraded the look of the emblem. And now it looks perfect. But then I realized the original kart doesn't even have an emblem, so that was kind of for nothing. But don't tell this guy, as he was so proud of his emblem build. Guys, I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm a bloody genius! Oh my god, that front took so long. But now it's perfect, oh my god. And then it was time to construct the final piece of the puzzle, the KARTS engine. And I luckily had just the idea on how to construct one. I haven't used these pieces in ages. Those guys, you know, maybe it is their time to shine finally. And with the help of some other fancy pieces, I finished building the motor block, added some final touches, and with that being said, the kart is finished. Please have a look. Yeah. Oh my god, that took 4 hours to build. So let's see what game our second kart will be from. Mario Kart DS! Oh my god. Oh, and if you've been enjoying this video so far, then it's totally time to smash that like button. I make all sorts of creative videos with LEGO, based on movies and games. So if you want to join me on this journey, then be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much, and now back to Mario Kart DS. And oh my god, I love this game! This was my first Mario Kart and I played the hell out of that game. And this game has some of the most insane kart designs like Tractor and Excavator. But I think we're legally obligated to build the most infamous one of them all. The bloody tank. I mean the dry bomber. No, but seriously, why is this thing in the game? Dry Bones, what are you hiding? So here's our Chad Dry Bones. He's one of the coolest characters in all of Mario Kart, let's be real. And one thing I immediately noticed with this card is how it's like not running on tires, but those are actual tank chains. So the question is, how are we gonna make those? So I had the choice between those rubber threads or those Lego Technic chain pieces. So I tried to find them in my Lego collection for half an hour until... Okay guys, I'm kinda questioning my own sanity. I've searched my entire house and those chain pieces, they seem to have been Thanos snapped out of existence, I don't know. So I was required to use those rubber threads. And compared to the previous card, the building process of this one went by a lot quicker. The thing is, the longer I was building, it became more and more apparent that this scale was a little... big. I don't know about you, but I think we need a smaller one. This one just looks way too much like an actual tank instead of a cart. But this meant that I had to embark on the journey to find those goddamn chain pieces for the threads. So I stood up and realized that there was a single drawer I hadn't checked yesterday. They were right there the whole time. Yeah, I'm a huge idiot in case you couldn't tell by now. And the thing with the dry bomber is that the tank threads aren't just regular tank threads, but also kart tires at the same time, which was an easier detail to incorporate with the bigger scale model, but not so straightforward with the tooth gears we were required to use at the smaller scale. But I luckily stumbled upon a solution. Okay guys, this piece right here is perfect, it solves all of our problems. We just gotta put this guy on here, and then this fella here. And after some more building, the foundation for the dry bomber is all set. And this version scale fits the dry bones figure so much better. Building the rest of the dry bomber was really straightforward, as I just had to copy the basic design from the Prime version, just at a smaller scale. So I made sure to use many tiles to achieve a sleek look when finishing off the model, which means that our tank, the dry bomber, is finally finished. Have a look. Wait, no, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, so let's see what game our final card will be from. Mario Kart World! Oh my god, awesome. At the time of making this video, the game is not even out yet, but I'm so hyped! I've been playing the same Mario Kart game for more than half of my life now. And now salvation is finally within reach! And while there is an abundance of questionable characters in this game, there's obviously only one correct choice for our LEGO project here. The animal, the myth, the legend, cow! So yeah, let's build ourselves a lovely cow. So I took the official Reznor as a rough reference and built a similar foundation. I then attached a neat tail and started working on facial features like the eyes and ears. But I quickly realized that the snout would be a little more tricky to pull off. I decided that it was best to steal this weird piece from Lego Bowser and to later design our very own sticker for the nostrils and mouth. This actually looks sorta good, oh my god. And after making sure to include the bell, I stitched together the rest of the body, with some round tiles for the spots, which means that it's time to get customizing. And for that I've prepared paint, and also the sticker. So I attached the sticker, which looked great. And I also wanted to paint in those white highlights onto the pitch black round tiles. But after I was finished, I realized something. Wait, I might actually be an idiot. The seal has literally those exact eyes. I wouldn't have needed to paint that. Anyway, this still looks good. Yikes. But anyways, this means that our cow is now finished. You know, let's be real, this is humanity's greatest achievement. I mean, look at him! Oh my god. He's adorable. I love him. He's awesome. And if you want to build a cow and all of today's cards yourself, you can easily grab the instructions for them on my Patreon for a small buck. And they're also available for no extra cost to all of my WizCon supporters. So if you want to build a cow and all of today's cards, as well as help me pay for health insurance, then just click the link in the video description. And when it came to choosing a vehicle for our wonderful cattle, there obviously was only one viable option, namely the awesome radio bike from the reveal trailer. So I stitched together this foundation, with the aim of making it as slim as possible. But then I had a jarring realization. And you know, it's gonna be a problem with the color orange, because we'll probably have to cover everything up here with a plate construction. But I barely had any orange pieces to make this work. Oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. How's that supposed to work? Oh my god, I know how. No. Okay guys, may I introduce you to the Benatar. This is only like my third favorite Lego set of all time, and it comes with the exact orange pieces that we need for this to work. And I also had to sacrifice pieces of the Diagon Alley Weasley shop. And for those of you wondering, yes, destroying parts of my favorite sets does hurt. A lot. But you know what? Anyone can build official sets with the help of the instructions. But only you can build your signature Lego creations. Because that's what Lego was always meant to be. A creative tool to enable passionate people from all ages to express their creativity, instead of just building a model once and then letting it catch dust on the shelf. So while it hurts to take apart a set I love, it would hurt even more to not be able to build my own creation that I'm passionate about. Because that right there is what this interlocking brick system is supposed to be about. Embracing creativity. And because of my sacrifice, I was able to perfectly stitch together the first side of the bike, just as I imagined it. I also used the satellite dishes for the speaker and even included a little Awesomix all-in-one Easter egg. I then went on to construct a similar backside, while making sure to include all the important details from the source material. Finally, covering up the top was also super satisfying. And when it came to building the handles, I utilized 2 of those gun pieces. You know, because for his neutral special, he wields a gun. And I'm actually very impressed with how faithful to the original this is getting. Would you look at that? But can the cow sit on here? The answer is... kinda? So by using a hinge brick with a plate, I was able to create a surface for our cow to sit on, which means that the final build for today is finished. Please have a look. So here are all of today's cards, and be sure to tell me down in the comments below which one is your favorite. Well, with that said, I wish all of you lovely folks out there a wonderful time with Mario Kart World and this new era of Nintendo. And wait a second, have you noticed that there are some builds in the background that seem to be censored? Wait, could this mean that there's gonna be a sequel video for all the remaining Mario Kart games? And also a huge thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, Kiesel1503, Hartl, Von Taylor, Alice Tart, Okrim the HS and the Malware Kid. Seriously, a huge thanks to all of you.